Webb, and today we're going to use my 100-watt laser to find out the best settings to cut 1/8 of, just over 3 millimeter thick of red acrylic plastic, which actually is the best material to cut in any CO2 laser. So what we're going to do is just set up a test cut to find out the best and most effective way of actually cutting this 1/8 acrylic plastic, because we don't want to overcook it then and make it a sort of a bad ragged edge. We want a nice clean cut edge. So you do it with the minimum power permissible. So that's what we're going to work out. So what we're going to do is use some of the drawing tools. We're going to get the box drawing tool, and we're just going to come here and just draw a box, and we want that box to be 25 millimeter in width, and see, now I have the lock on there, so take the lock off, and 25 millimeter for the height, so that would be a square box now. So just to come off and double clicked, and that's telling me now that that green box, that is telling me that is where the cut is going to start. Typically it will run round the box this direction. So this is a 1-inch square. So it's a line. So we come over here now, we're going to set the actual cut. So let's have a look. It is a line, which is what we want to do. So I've just double clicked over here. Speed 25 millimeters per second, but 50% power of a 100-watt laser is going to really, that's way over what we want. So we're going to go to 15%, and we want 15% minimum as well. Mode, it's a line. Air assist, it's a cut. We just want one pass, nothing else to alter here. So we're going to come down and say OK. So now we're going to set the laser up for the material. In other words, we're going to focus this laser. Okay, so we have the laser switched on now. So I've got my material on my bed, and if you notice over there and here, there's some little black modules. They are infrared sensors, and they are part of the focusing mechanism. So what I'm going to do is set this to autofocus. It's going to raise the bed up until this breaks the beam, and then it will be perfectly focused. Okay, so we'll just bring the head over now and make sure that it is actually focused. Make sure the material isn't bowed or bent. And that is about the point, because I've got a piece broken off here, see? That's about the point where I want it to actually start the cut. Okay, so now I am going to, if I turn the camera over a little bit to show you what I'm doing. So now I'm just going to press the origin. So now I've just told the little onboard computer that that is where the start of the program is, or start of the cut. Okay, so on here you can see that there's the little square, so it's reading the correct program. So now we can ask the laser to run around that square just to make sure that we are in the correct position. I've just gone back into Lightburn and I've actually set the millimeters per second at 15 millimeters per second. 25 would have been really too fast. So you know, we're going to start off easy and then we'll ramp things up a little. So set the origin. We're going to run the laser around just to make sure that it is going to cut where I think it's going to cut. Yep, somewhere there. Okay, so we're going to press start. I don't actually think that cut through. No, it didn't. Turning over to the back, see, it didn't cut through it. So we're going to have to raise the power. Just set that there like that. So I'm going to alter the power setting now. Okay, so we'll reopen this. And we're going to set the power now at maximum of 20%. And 20%. And OK that. And we're going to send that through to the laser. Okay, so we cut that at 20%. So let's turn it over. I can feel it's cut through. And you can see a faint line all the way around. But it's still hanging on. So we just need to raise the power up just a slight amount more. Okay, we're going to move down a little bit. Okay, this time it's at 23% power, still at 15 millimeters per second. I'm going to set the origin, and we do a frame, and we'll cut. Anyway, you can see it has gone all the way through, but it's not popping out as it should. I could probably break it out and it'd be okay, but we want a clean cut through. And I can see sort of daylight all the way around through, just little sort of hairs hanging onto it. So we'll raise it up to 25 this time, I think. Okay, this is at 25%. So we'll set the origin, do a frame, and cut. Okay, let's examine this. Okay, alright, there we go. That is how I like to cut, and the end result. See, I've just lifted it up off the honeycomb and it's fallen out. That is a perfect cut. Very clean cut. Anyway, you can see the edge of that. Now I could ramp the power up a couple more points and give it what's commonly known as a flame polished edge, but I don't think it needs it. I think that's just fine as it is. And you'll notice, if you, I don't know whether you can see that with my big thumbs and fingers, it's a nice square edge cut. That's pretty well a perfect cut. If I put it up to 26 or 27%, you know, it might give a, you know, a flame edge cut, although that's not bad. You can see some hint of striations there. That's, you know, the air blowing through, basically. But that is the sort of perfect type of cut that I like. I'll knock it up to 26 and do the main cuts with that. Okay, so we have pretty well found our perfect cut settings for 3mm acrylic plastic. And you can see what I mean about, you know, a nice 90-degree angle cut. You know, there's no, you know, this laser is set up really well, and you know, perfect cut. So now we're going to use the CAD system in Lightburn to draw up the focusing tool, or what's commonly known as a focus stick, for the Fibre Laser. Okay, so we start a new job. Again, we're going to start with the square drawing tool, and we're going to come here and draw a rectangle. Now this needs to be 100 actually wide, which is roughly about 4 inches. 100. The lens is actually 95mm wide, but it just gives me a little bit of, you know, I'm not messing around trying to fit it underneath the lens. It's going to fit there fairly easily. And we want 166 millimeters in length. Press enter. Okay, so let's that's okay. Zoom into this. Now we're going to draw a line, and we're going to draw it from, let me see, what, 10 millimeters down roughly. Let's move this down slightly. Not too much. Okay. So I want a line to come from here to the, about, should we say there, and one there, to straight all the way down. We want about 5 millimeters there, thereabouts. Which is perfect. Slight angle to about there. Just roughly, I mean, the distance we're after is, you know, the top of the object up here to the actual bottom. That's what we need to be correct. The rest is just, doesn't really matter. Okay, so that is our focus stick. So we can delete this now. Tool, delete. Okay, so now we're left with our focus stick. Probably could be tidied up a little, but that's really basically what we want, is for this to fit on the underside of the lens and a absolute dimension 166 millimeters to the tip of the measuring tool there. Okay, so I've already altered the settings up here just to show you. I've set it to I've set it as 26 power. Actually, we might knock it up another one. We might go to give it a bit of a flame polished edge. We're going to go to possibly 28%. And we're fairly happy with 15 millimeters per second. So we're going to OK that. And we're going to send that to the laser. So we want to, sort of don't want to waste material. Okay, that will do there. So we're going to set the origin there. Okay, so we've logged the file in and we've set our origin. And we're going to run a frame around. Just want to make sure that you can see. Okay, yeah, you're going to see all of that. So here we go. Let's do our cut. Oops, cut over it, and there you go, it falls straight out. And there it is. Let's just check to see that it is the right dimensions. Which I'm sure it is. I'm sure you can see there exactly 166 millimeters in length. Just touching the material there. Perfect. So that gives you a perfect focus every time. I hope you've liked the video today on making this measuring device for a fibre laser using a CO2 laser, and how to get the correct cutting settings for, in this case, acrylic plastic. It's a simple little tool, but does a really worthwhile and good job. So I've decided to call this course of videos that I am doing with both lasers, I've decided to call it Laser Tech Tuesday. because it'll be on a Wednesday in Australia that I upload it, and of course in the United States and England it will be a Tuesday night. You might get one on the weekend too. So I hope you've enjoyed the video today, and if you've got this far, you probably have. So if you would like to consider becoming a patron to the channel, that would enable me to continue making high quality content for you guys out there. The main reason is YouTube and Google these days are just not paying the revenue that they were 5 years ago. They're changing, so we, the creators, I suppose, have to change as well. So now it is the patrons that support the channel that run the channel, and I am very, very thankful for them. But other than that, give me a thumbs up, like and share the video, and ultimately become a subscriber to the channel, because all that helps as well. And please leave a comment, and if you disagree with anything that I'm saying, oh please bash away at that keyboard and you send a comment in, and I pretty well read all the comments, and where I can, I do actually write back on the comment section if it's something I can help someone with. So until the next video, thank you all for being there, and it's bye for now.